And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Guys, in today's video, as always, we are here to bring you up to date with all the latest Rangers news from the last 24 hours. That includes today's title. Yes, Rangers tipped for millions after deal agreed, plus the whole situation with regards to the captain thing that blew up last night. Let's start with that one then, shall we? The whole captain fiasco. Now, again, reports came out yesterday on social media, and the reason why I didn't make a video on it, because I just smelt BS from a mile away and didn't believe it whatsoever. And basically what was being, touted around social media, well, actually what it came out with was an article that basically stated that Jack Butland is set to be named the new Rangers captain. And basically it did cast further doubt onto the future of James Tavernier and Connor Goldson, who have already been linked to moves away from the football club. And basically everyone ran away with it. Everyone was talking about the situation that James Tavernier has been stripped of captain and now Jack Butland is the new captain going forward. But I was saying, this is not going to happen. Why would James Tavernier be stripped of the captaincy? If he was leaving, yes, maybe potentially. But then the article was then updated and stated that Jack Butland is set to be named the new Rangers captain if, the keyword, if James Tavernier leaves the club. So that was updated. So you guys, I think, maybe got clickbaited into the whole saga of it. Guys, James Tavernier is not going to be stripped of the captaincy. Why would he be stripped of the captaincy? He's been a good leader for this football club, and despite his performances, people talking about his performances or whatever in recent, in the back end of last season, if James Tavernier stays at Rangers this season, he will remain the captain of Rangers Football Club going into next season. But again, that's a big if. Is he going to be staying? Is he going to be going making a move to maybe Saudi Arabia or to the Turkish Super League? Again, at this moment in time, we don't really know just yet. Reports not from any proper substance. When we're talking about substances, like real reputable sources, none. There's a few little sources here, there and everywhere saying that interest is there, some offers are on the table, but nothing of real substance to talk about and say that James Tavernier and Connor Goldson are going to be leaving the football club. So yes, Jack Butland probably will be the captain if James Tavernier leaves the football club. Guys, he's not going to be taking the captaincy off of him. I just didn't think that's going to be the case. And as stated, that article has now been updated and it's not going to be as black and white as it was, that Jack Butland is now the new captain. It's if James Tavernier leaves the football club, which we'll find out in due course. James Tavernier, I think, has been a very good captain for Rangers. And some people do like the whole, the vocal captain or these kind of things like a Barry Ferguson. These days, captains aren't really like that. They lead by example. You look at Harry Kane, he's these kind of players. They don't, bark, and there's no Roy Keanes or, Patrick Vieira's or anything like that these days. It's more, players leading by example, and that's what the captain's role does. And James Tavernier certainly has done that. Again, I do stand by it. James Tavernier is one of my favourite players, has been for a very, very long time. But I do always say time waits around for no man, and I do think Tavernier probably should go out and get that Saudi bag this summer if the opportunity does prevail for him, and we can move on into another era at this football club. Now that's kind of dealt with and kind of done with. We're now going to be moving on to today's main story, guys, and that's with regards to what you can read there in the title. Yes, incoming Rangers player is tipped to make Rangers millions. Yes, incoming Hamza Igamane has been tipped to make Rangers millions by an SPFL cult hero. Yes, Hibernian's League Cup winning star Muran Zemaya believes his fellow countryman has what it takes to succeed in the Scottish Premiership. He reckons that the 21-year-old's value could double by the time the striker pulls on a light blue jersey in a competitive game. Philippe Clement is set to add Igamane as a summer signing, with the player costing in the region of £2 million. It is expected he will be announced before representing his country at the Olympics in Paris next month. he said Morocco have qualified for the Olympics, and if they do well, it's inevitable their player will be watched by bigger clubs. If Hamza plays in the Olympics and does well, the valuation will change dramatically. It could turn out that Rangers have done some really clever business by signing him now. Qualifying for the Olympics is a big thing in Morocco. This is the first time the country have even qualified in the last 3 competitions. Hamza was in the squad for the African Under-23 Cup of Nations last year. He went on as a sub in the semi-final, which was played in his club's Far Rabat Stadium, but he got injured and he's substituted and missed the final. But Morocco still went on to win the trophy and qualified for the Olympics. After they won the cup, the squad were presented to the King Mohammed to be congratulated. The squad is going to be at the Olympics, hasn't been named yet, but I'd be surprised if Hamza isn't in. Zemanana continued that Hamza is going to Scotland has been big news in Morocco. Many players from here go to France and Belgium, but going to Scotland has been very interesting here. Rangers are a massive club on the European stage, so it's good for football here that the club like that has scouted one of our younger players and signed him. I believe Hamza will succeed in Scotland. He's a player who's going to be ideal for style in football. I work at the football club and transfers was done. The coaches are all asking me how I thought he would do in Scotland, but I genuinely think he will do very, very well there. Hibs fans, the ones that are old enough will recall I was a smaller player who tried to use skill. But Hamza is big, strong guy. He'll be ready for the physical side of the football that exists in Scotland. That won't worry him at all. He has good technique for a striker, but he's a powerful boy, and he'll actually be looking forward to testing himself against the kind of hard defenders that you have in Scotland. He scored goals for Far and also for the under-23s team. He hasn't played for the full national team yet, but the squad is very strong. Morocco finished 4th at the World Cup in 2022. But the coach, whether it's Riki, has spoken about Igamane and how he's got him in his plans for the future. I'm excited to see how he's doing. I always watch the results in Scotland because I had years of playing my career there. So yes, big words from a fellow countryman there again. Look, hyping him up, an ex-professional there, and I'm looking forward to seeing how he pans out. Again, a lot of people are starting to get a bit worried about the transfers. We stated, guys, we did done deal here. It is done. We're just waiting for the unveilment. No more update on that. It doesn't necessarily happen just as soon as the deal is agreed. We've got to wait a little bit of time, and we'll see and find out with regards to it in due course. But yeah, that's kind of all we've really got for you today. Of course, more news broke yesterday about the Ciro Dessers, about potentially him going out to PAOK. No update as of yet with regards to his current situation. We'll have to wait and see, and I'll keep you up to date with everything that happens in the Rangers transfer space. The whole Connor Barron situation also as well. Alan Burrows came out stating that Rangers need to meet their valuation of compensation, or we're going to be going to a tribunal. So I'm interested to see how that sort of story concludes. But yeah, that's kind of all I've got for you guys. As always, do let me know your thoughts on Hamza Igamane. Do you think he's going to be a good player? And let me know your thoughts on the whole captain fiasco debacle thing down there in the old comment section below. That brings us down to today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Remember to check out our store, guys, rfcclothing.com. Link is down there in the description. Do check out our merch. New drop is coming very, very soon. Take care. Push.